Soundcore have just released their Space One wireless ANC headphones. These are budget friendly at under $100, and these have two features that I've only ever seen on premium headphones before, which would almost make these a no-brainer purchase if it wasn't for the fact that there's a couple of issues worth talking about first. So, should you buy them? Let's get into it. The first thing you notice about these headphones has to be the colour. That sky blue colour really does stand out from the pack of typical black headphones. Personally, I really like it. It is also available in jet black and latte cream. The headband on these expands to suit a large range of head sizes with a nice amount of padding, all covered in a very soft faux leather. That same soft leather continues through to the ear pads as well, which has a nice amount of padding on them too. Not too soft or firm either. The ear cups themselves have plenty of adjustability with a good amount of pan and tilt, so they will easily adjust to the contours of your head. Add on to the fact that these only weigh 265 grams and you have a nice light pair of headphones that are comfortable to wear for listening to music for hours at a time. Now there is no case with these, not too much of a surprise given that these are more budget friendly headphones. But these do come with a pouch, which has a nice soft lining to it that will help protect your headphones. And that is a nice attention to detail that other companies typically cheap out on. As well as the pouch, there's also a USB-C charging cable, and there's a 3.5mm audio cable as well, which is actually color coded to match your headphones. So you can listen to these even when the power runs out and even charge them at the same time when they do. And for the rest of the time when you're connected wirelessly to these headphones, well, they support Bluetooth 5.3 for a nice strong connection with a range of up to 15 meters. And I've happily walked around my house wearing these with my phone just sitting in the lounge without any disconnection issues. There's also support for multi-point as well, so you can be connected to two devices at the same time, which is super handy if you want to listen to your music from your laptop but take calls from your phone, for instance. The sound of these headphones are provided by a pair of 40mm dynamic drivers that support both SBC and AAC audio codecs, so both Android and iPhone users are catered for. But these are also compatible with high-res audio, as they support the LDAC audio codec as well. This gives 3 times more detail to your music than listening over standard Bluetooth codecs for even richer sound. This is, however, Android only, as iPhone doesn't support it. So this is great for those of you that use high-res audio. However, I think it's a bit of a niche use case, because if you're into high-res audio, then you'll probably be after a more expensive pair of headphones than these. So it's a nice feature, but not one that I think most people that are looking at these headphones are going to care about. What you do care about though is good sound, and these pretty much have you covered there. Sound quality wise, out of the box, the sound was pretty good. There's some emphasis on the bass, but without it being overpowering. But I did find the treble to be a bit too overemphasized. Fortunately, you can jump into the Soundcore mobile app and tweak the sound profile to your listening preference. There are 22 different sound profile presets for you to choose from, plus there's an 8-band graphic equalizer, so you can tweak it manually. And if that wasn't enough, then there is also a Hear ID function as well. This runs a series of tests to analyze your hearing to create a personal sound profile unique to you. This is something that you often only find in more premium headphones, so to have it in a pair of sub $100 headphones is pretty impressive. So the end result is that you have plenty of configuration options to get them sounding exactly how you like it. Now, ANC is an area that Sony are pushing heavily with these headphones. They say that in lab tests they outperform the Sony WH-CH720Ns, and that they are specifically designed to cancel out people talking, such as crying babies and people talking at work. So do they actually do all that? Well, in tests, I tested them against the Sony WH-CH720Ns, and they are better at cancelling out the mid and high frequencies than the Sonys, which does make them better at cancelling out people's voices. But I did find that the Sonys were slightly better at lower frequencies. Still, considering the Sonys are more expensive, that's a pretty good result. There are also 5 different ANC levels that you can set these headphones to in the Soundcore mobile app to choose how much noise cancelling you want to enable. This is super useful for those people who find themselves ear sensitive to fully enabled ANC and need to pull it back a bit. You can also use the adaptive noise cancelling feature, which automatically detects and analyzes external sounds and sound leakage and then adjusts adjusts the ANC to the best noise reduction level in real time to suit your environment. It does work pretty well, but personally I just prefer to just manually put the ANC to max because I just want to block out pretty much everything that I can. There is also a transparency mode with 5 different levels that allow you to choose the amount of outside noise that is let into your headphones. This is super useful if you're on a train station and need to listen out for announcements. You can of course turn it all off and just put it in normal mode too if you'd rather. You'll now listen to a mic test of the Soundcore Space One headphones so you can hear what it would sound like if you were to take a call on these in a quiet environment. However, quiet rooms are quite easy, so let's switch to something a little more noisy. You'll now listen to the mic on the top of the camera with some coffee shop noise playing in the background so you can hear what the ambient sound in the room is like. If I now switch to the mics on the headphones themselves, you'll now listen to the mic on the Soundcore Space One headphones so you can hear what you would sound like if you were to take a call on these in a noisy environment. Now I think the headphones do a really good job at cancelling out lots of that background noise, and it picks up my voice really well as long as I raise my voice, because I'm not talking particularly quietly, and I don't know if that's particularly practical to be yelling in the middle of a coffee shop. If I drop my voice down to something a little bit more normal when I'm talking, I do find that these headphones do struggle a bit, picking out my voice from that background noise. So it's okay, but it's definitely not what these headphones are best at. The battery life on these is pretty good and one of the best in its price range, and actually even beats headphones that are 2 or 3 times its price as well. With ANC turned on, you'll get 40 hours of battery life, or you can increase that to 55 if you turn ANC off. These headphones also come equipped with fast charging, where a 5-minute charge will give you 4 hours of playback, and charging these up to full is going to take you 2 hours. If you compare those stats against the Sony WH-CH720Ns, they're a pair of headphones that are 50% more expensive than these. Well, these deliver better battery life, charge up to full over an hour faster, and give you more quick charge playback time as well. Not bad at all. Now we're on to the 2 features that I mentioned earlier that are normally only on premium top tier headphones. First is wear detection. Now this uses a sensor inside the left ear cup to detect whether you're wearing your headphones or not. This enables it to pause your music when removing your headphones and start playing music again once you put them back on without you touching a single button. If you then pair this up with the auto power off feature, then these headphones can pause your music when you take your headphones off, and then also turn your headphones off completely if you haven't used them for a while as well. You'll never have to worry about accidentally leaving your headphones on and draining your battery ever again. These also come with Easy Chat. Now similar features like this used to only be seen on premium headphones like the Sony WH-1000XM4 or the XM5s. When activated, Easy Chat will drop the volume of the music and enable transparency mode so you can talk to someone without having to take off your headphones. There are 2 ways to activate it that are selectable in the mobile app. First is touch to enable. With this mode selected, you just need to cover your left ear cup with your left hand to enable it and remove your left hand to disable it. Or you can use speak to enable. With this enabled, all you need to do is just start speaking and Easy Chat will be activated. Then to disable it, you then just need to stop talking for 5 seconds. Now this sounds great in theory, but in reality it activates whenever you say anything. So if you like humming or singing along to your music, just don't use this mode, just use touch to enable instead. So should you buy them? Well, with a class-leading mobile app, lots of adjustability in the sound profile, good ANC and some premium features, these certainly pack a lot into a budget-friendly package. But the lack of a travel case and subpar mic performance might be a deal breaker for some. Still, if your budget is set at under $100, then I think this is one of the best sounding pair of headphones out there and definitely worth considering. I will place purchase links to it in the description down below so you can go check it out for yourself. If you can stretch your budget though, then there are some other great options around $150, so be sure to check out this video up here for those. If you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to like and share it. Consider subscribing if you're not. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.